55 is mark, guys. 55.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Number 5.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Lead to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Dolphins nothing.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Barkley, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down.
They'll run with Barkley. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
On the carry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing is from. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 12 yards there and a first down.
Miami.
Barkley, toss play left, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Room here to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Off the play fake. Here's Fromm. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Play action, it's Fromm. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown.
49ers.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Now Saquon Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
The carry.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Fromm into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Dolphins 9.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 23. Dolphins 9.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And 9.
Looking to throw from. Wide open receiver complete. And down to the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Dolphins 16.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Gets this one to Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And all the way down to the 29. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Nicole Hartman.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll toss to Harris. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the 49ers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.